back to the show, and I wanted to show you how sometimes we come up with some of our project ideas, or at least how I do. Sometimes I want to, make a project and I just start from scratch. So say I wanted to make a box. First, I want to decide how big I want to make the box. And what I do is I do a lot of sketches. So in this case, I want to make a box, and I say I'm going to make it 3 inches. Okay, and I want it to be a box that can flip open, sort of like something like this. So the way I come up with something like this, where it's a one piece and it flips open, is I start with the size of the box that I want to do. Then I decide how big I want to, how deep, how high I want it to be. So then I say, okay, I think I want it to be 1 inch. So I'm going to add 1 inch all around. And what I do is I always write in what I'm doing so that I know. And then of course I'm going to need my 1 inch over here. Okay, so that's only one side. And if it was going to be a separate piece box, then I would just stop from there. But I want it connected, so I add another 3 inches here, and I have to continue my 1 inch for my sides. Okay, yes, this is how I work with these scribble scrabble little doodles. But what I do is I count 1 inch plus 3 is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I know this is 9 inches. And over here it's 1 inch plus 3 inches is 4 plus 1 inch. Now I know I got 5 inches. So I know I'm going to make my paper 9 by 5. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to get my little cutter here, and I'm going to go 5 inches. So I cut that 5 inches, and I'll bring out the arm, and I need to go 9 inches. Okay, so we got our box base, and of course we love to use our scoring tools, so why not bring it out. Now you can refer to your diagram so you know where your score lines are. And I'm going to do that. Now I know that all around my box is going to be 1 inch. So right here is 1 inch. So I'm going to go straight down the 1 inch mark. And I can either flip it, or I know 4 to 5 is 1 inch. So I'm going to do that. Okay. Now I'm going to turn it this way, because again, 8 to 9 inches I know is 1 inch. So I'm taking care of the easy part right now. Don't have to really think. So I got my 1 inch border all around. Now what I have to think about is, okay, I want my box squares to be 3 inches. So I count from here 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch. So 4 inches, right? Right. So we're going to score it on that 4 inch mark. Okay. Then I know that, again, the surrounding edges is 1 inch. So 4 and 5 is 1 inch. So again, that should come out. Now 5, that's 1, 2, 3. Great. We came out correct. So we did our math okay. So now what we can do is we can take this box and we can use our tool to just get all our creases done. Get it out of the way and just do our major creases on all of our sides. This is just to show you that, sometimes you want to make a box that maybe you don't have the right size of a die, or you want to experiment with something. And especially if you only have to make a few, It's harder when you have to make a lot. It's easier to work with something that you can cut out fast. But if you're just going to make a few. Okay. Now, what you want to do is you want to plan your box. And generally, you usually want your tabs to be on the inside. So we're going to have our tab here. We just have to snip this corner here in to make our tabs, because what's going to happen is these are going to be in here like so, and they'll be folded up like that. Okay, then we are going to have to fold this up, and we're going to want these tabs to go in, so we need to cut these tabs also. Okay, so we cut these tabs here on both sides. And then we want to cut these way back here. Okay, now we're just going to take some double stick tape and put them on these tabs. And there's a lot of things you can do beforehand. Say if you wanted to have a cutout before assembling this box, we would do that. But I'm going to do something else instead. Okay, so I got the bottom done. And now I'm going to put this here, and I'm almost done with the top. But I'm not going to leave this box a plain square box. Okay, I am going to actually add a topper and a bottom to it. Okay, so here's the box, and oops, there we go. It's getting caught. Okay, so this is my box, but I'm not done yet. Like I said, that's just the base. I'm going to use the nestability dies to make the top and the bottom. So I figured out what size I wanted, and I'm using the second largest die here. So you put it on the platform, and we put our die down, our paper down, and we make our little sandwich, and we just roll it through. You hear it go little snap, crackle, pop. And we're going to get our bottom. Okay, so I got my bottom, and what I'm going to do is take some double stick tape, and I'm actually going to put it onto the bottom of the box. And then I am going to eyeball it a little, oops, to see where I want to put it. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, there we go. Now for the top, I cut out another brown piece, same size. And what we're going to do with this one is we're going to get it, and we have a double-sided piece of paper. It has these cute little birdies and branches, and actually this is a baby paper, but the other side also has a nice little print, contrasting print. So we're going to put that down, and I'm going to stick that on. No one's going to see this either, so we just need to put a couple pieces. And we want to center it. This is probably one of the more popular Nestabilities die. It is die number, labels number 1. And I have to cut out one more, because I am using a couple of the pieces. I use the second largest for the top and the bottom, the one after that for this contrast, and now I'm going to cut out one more in the next size lower for my little birdie pattern that I want to put on there. And we have our little birdie piece. So this little birdie piece I'm going to put right on top. So that's the thing, nestabilities are called nesting dies because the sizes nest into each one. So how appropriate, right, for a bird. Anyway, we will put this right here, right in the middle, like so. There we go. Okay, and now we're going to put this right on top. There we go. This is just a way to show you how, if you sketch out your design and you plan out the pieces, do the math ahead of time, then you can cut it, score it, and decorate it, and you're done. So just wanted to show you how you can come up with your own designs. But we enjoy showing you what we know how to do. We love seeing what you can do. So don't forget, sometimes bring it into the stores and show us what you've made too. We love to see it. Okay, so right now I'm going to take a short break and I'll be right back.